Coming up, Wilbur the Wombat defends his domain.
Come on, settle down, settle down, settle down.
This fantastic four face their fears.
This is going to make you very nervous, and we're expecting that.
And watch out, there's hungry devils about. I don't want a finger to go in there by mistake. I've seen some astounding sights on my visit to Tasmania this season. But there's always one place I love to return to and someone I love to see. Andrew is a world-renowned expert on the Tasmanian devil, and it's from him that I learnt the husbandry techniques we use at the park. I'm on my way to see him now, but there's one place I'd like to stop off on the way.
Platypus are common in Tasmania, and there's one feeding right behind me there now. They can be pretty hard to see normally, but in Tassie, they get a bit bigger, they need more food, and they actually come out through the daytime to feed.
Their little mates on mainland Australia are almost strictly nocturnal. But because of their size here, it means they need more food, and that means they need to be more active.
Now, each time he goes underwater, he closes his eyes, blocks his nostrils, and he uses that sensitive bill like a minesweeper under the water, and he can pick up little electronic pulses from anything that's alive, like a yabby or a worm. And once he grabs them, he puts them into cheek pouches, and he has to come up to the surface, grinds that food up, swallows it down, takes a breath, and then does that dive back underwater. Now, they're buoyant when they're on the surface of the water, but once they dive under, their fur is oily and waterproof. Their webbed feet come into action and just glide them along. It's brilliant to be able to see one feed like that. It's such a rare thing.
OK, that's my Tassie plat fix. Now to see Drew.
Andrew and Trewunna Wildlife Park are specialists with Tasmanian species. Devils, wombats, quolls. And it's a special park for me because it's where I got my introduction to Tassie devils.
If you've been watching this season, you'll know the Tasmanian devil holds a special interest for me. Not just the devil itself, but its continued survival. Andrew was the one that kicked off the obsession. He set up Trewunna back in 1979. And between him and his team, they've been caring for native animals ever since.
Hey, he's a big boy.
Yes, Neville.
Neville.
Neville's, he's coming into his 5th year. Amazing devil. He was run over by an ambulance, declared dead, put in a plastic bag and taken to the Mount Pleasant lab. The vet realised he was still alive.
You're kidding.
He had a broken back, fractured skull. He came here, healed up, and we used him as a founder male.
Yeah.
He's produced 2 seasons of offspring
So that
for the program.
Wild genetics pretty important.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, look at you. Arf, arf.
He's obviously a little bit different.
And he's got a couple of girls?
Yeah, he's got 2 girls in here now, but then it's post-breeding, it's just socialisation now.
And it has a good feel here, mate. Happy, healthy devils.
Yeah. Good
feel. Good memories for me.
The place has changed a lot since I was first here. They've got new yards and, importantly for Andrew, an ever-developing emphasis on husbandry techniques. But as I said, Trewunna specialises in Tasmanian species, one of which is hidden down this hole. I'll introduce you later.
Tim to all keepers in venom training, can you guys please make your way up to the venom room now?
At the Australian Reptile Park, we like to get our keepers trained up in all sorts of animal handling.
The reptile park has 250 venomous snakes. That means that our keepers must have basic snake handling skills and in some cases more elaborate skills for restraint, pinning and milking a snake. Today, I've got 4 keepers at varying levels of experience and I'm going to put them through some training. But as always with venomous snakes, it can be a bit scary.
Liz, Mick, Kyle and Mike are the keepers in the frame today. Their lives could depend on what they learn here.
Okay, so we're all here for venom training. The 3 snakes today, death adder, king brown and tiger snakes. For a number of reasons, they're all handled very differently. They're all capable of different things and that's what we'll learn and we'll go into. The first snake the guys are going to handle is a death adder. Now, looks can be deceiving. The death adder is small and it's quite stocky, but it's incredibly dangerous. Number 6 in the world for the strength of its venom. Now, they have one of the fastest strikes in the world. You go too close, you'll be bitten before you even see it. So for today, I'd like you to hook the snake out, place it onto the bin, and then hook, back into the bucket. Who would like first go? Mick?
Yep, no worries.
Okay, away you go. Mick's going through the motions. Now, he's an experienced handler, and this shouldn't be new to him, and he does really well. That's it, well done.
Liz and Mike have never handled venomous snakes before, so to say they're a little tense is an understatement.
You can put me with mammals, you can put me with birds, and I'm very, very comfortable. When it comes to reptiles, though, it's completely foreign to me.
Mike's hand won't stop shaking, and he had a funny grip on the bin. And that's the nerves, because he's had the world's 6th most venomous snake sitting on a bin lid in front of his face. You can't help it.
Liz, though, for a first-timer, she's done a great job.
Well done.
Now it's time for rookie Kyle.
Kyle, you're up, mate. Lucky last.
Now, Kyle's got some experience with reptiles, but he knows well enough you don't take anything for granted with venomous snakes.
How do I feel about these snakes? They always get my nerves going. One drop of their venom is enough to kill you. I'm a small guy, not someone I want to get bitten by. He's got some weight. There's something so small, so dangerous.
I can see he's struggling a bit with his fingers, and when that snake's on there, it's heavier than it feels, and you're ready at any time for it to twitch a bit, so you're trying to keep your strength there in your hand, but he does well. Well done. That was really good, mate. Show us that hand.
A little bit.
A little bit, not much.
It's been expected though, having such a dangerous snake in hands.
Wait till the next one.
I've handled a few venomous snakes, but nothing got my nerves going like the death adder.
Okay, well, that's Mr. Death Adder done, and we might escalate things in 2 ways. This is going to make you very nervous, and we're expecting that.
Yep.
Next up is the king brown or mulga snake. Its venom, it only ranks up in the late teens, towards 20, but what it lacks in toxicity, it makes up for in size. Okay, so big snake, take your time.
Liz and Mike have been my least eager participants so far. Dealing with the king brown can only build their confidence.
When you grab him, okay, nice and low, bring him up, keep him on the hook. If he starts to pull back, that's fine, okay?
They've dealt with the death adder, but the mulga is a whole new kettle of fish.
It's a monster. It's like a big, long sock full of muscle, and it's turning and it's writhing, and I've got to watch that head the whole time, because at the end of that sock are a set of fangs that ultimately could be the end of me.
Next up is Liz.
That's it. Yep, hook under. Lizzie does really well. She's got nerves of steel. She follows instruction perfectly. She's calm, and the snake stays calm. Thank you. Well done. Okay, next snake.
Right, Mick and Kyle are now up against a tiger snake. A whole new set of rules exist for this fella.
The tiger snake raises the bar again. It's the world's 4th most venomous snake, and the guys know it. You can't stop the feeling of, if this snake bites me, I'm gonna die.
I'm in Tasmania, visiting Trawuna Wildlife Park, where I learned everything I know about devil husbandry. Despite first appearances, this place doesn't just cater for Tassie devils. Wombats are another marsupial species found on Tasmania, and they have a fair representation at Trawuna here as well. Wombats dig burrows which can reach anything between 2 and 20 metres underground, and there can be numerous side tunnels.
One of the keys to Andrew's success is that although the wombats are artificially fed and watered, the environment is as natural as possible, with natural burrows rather than a man-made burrow. What that means is the animals feel like they're in the wild, and that equals success.
Many of the wombats come here as orphans or are injured out on the roads. Andrew uses a technique called soft release, where once the animal's issues are dealt with, it's released into the park to let it roam freely. And this makes its eventual release back into the wild a lot easier.
Settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down.
This is Wilbur. Now that feisty attitude he's dishing out to Andrew can only mean one thing.
Still wants to go me.
We suspect he will have mated with one of the girls just recently.
Andrew the Wombat Whisperer. Hello, mate. You're cheeky.
He's going to be a breeding male, mate.
He's a big boy. Hello. You're looking after your girls, Wilbur. So he's just a little bit fired up. Now, there's two ways that wombats can defend their burrows against predators or against other wombats. And they've got a really hard cartilage plate. And when they go down a burrow, their body fits and they can ram that plate up, block the burrow, or actually squash anything that's trying to come down. Now, the other is those teeth, chisel teeth. And they're strong. When they bite, they latch on and they shake it about, do a lot of damage. We love Wilbur, but you're a good boy. That's about as cute a tail as you'll ever see. Why they still got the tail, mate?
Oh, it's just a leftover from when they had a long tail and thumbs as well. That ancient marsupial stance.
Yep.
They don't need it anymore, Tim.
No. That's just a little stub now.
You wouldn't think they had a tail, would you?
Nah, no. Look at it.
Right, so the idea while we're grabbing hold of Wilbur is so we can safely inspect his girlfriend Susie's pouch.
Righto, so I'll try and get Susie while you're looking after Wilbur. Come here, Sus. Here she comes. Come here, little darling. Come here, mate. Got her, mate.
Got it, Tim. Well done.
Yeah. Hello, little
done.
one.
Well, I'll put Wilbur down.
Yep. Well, Wilbur's giving us a hard time looking after Susie.
Might have to bail out of here, though, Tim.
Yep, that's all right, mate.
Take her out with you.
I'm ready to go.
You get out and I'll let Wilbur go. He's gonna
Okay,
come after me.
hold him for a sec. Do you want
Okay,
mate.
good boy. There's some.
Will he make it or won't he? Stick around to see if Andrew escapes the wrath of Wilbur.
Snake up, make sure your pinner's in place, and present the snake.
I've been putting a few of the guys through their paces in the venom room at the park.
Oh, look at that.
Kyle's about to face an incredibly dangerous challenge pinning this tiger.
You just keep watching that head.
I am worried about stuffing it up. I am in front of my supervisors and my bosses, and I really want to get it right and show them that I can actually do the job properly. And I really do not want to get bitten.
So your movements are calm, his movements are calm. So, up onto the bench. That's it. Not too hard. Okay, let go of the tail. Yep. Fingers in.
Yep.
You good?
Yep.
Okay, well done, mate. That's it. Tail up. Lift him up. And now settle. Beautiful. How do you feel?
As good as you can feel. So I pinned my first tiger snake. It was an amazing experience. I've never felt anything like it.
Mick's got a bit of a trickier job on his hands. First up is pinning the snake, but then I want him to milk it.
Okay, mate, so the best bit of advice I can give you is just keep concentrating. You know what to do. That's it.
I'm nervous about milking a tiger snake because it's my first time milking, and you got to get your hands right behind the head of the tiger snake. It can turn around, it can bite you if you're not doing it properly. It's the 4th most venomous snake in the world. One droplet of venom can kill 88 people, so it's pretty hair-raising sort of stuff.
That's it, mate. Keep a nice bit of pressure on. Slide up. Got his tail. Well done. That's it. Okay. Now, when you present, just up. Yep, right up in between the lips there, and he'll bite. That's it. Oh, nice. Look at Mick's done it. He's milked the snake, his first ever. 2 good squirts of venom. That's what you want.
That's not the end of the job just yet. This can be the most dangerous part of the procedure.
When you're ready, just lift him back gently and he'll let go. Letting the snake go is still dangerous. They never release all of their venom, so it's still a loaded weapon. Try tilting down to you a little bit. That's it. Well done. Sit your vial down.
So 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Everything went to plan. I've not bitten. I've milked my first tiger snake. I'm giving myself 2 thumbs up.
Well done by all. You all did really well, guys, and we're all a bit nervous, but that's good because that means we're respectful of the snakes, and that's what it's all about. That's how you don't get bitten. So, well done. That's it for today.
The training was great, and I feel like if there was a snake on the loose at the reptile park and I was the person in charge, that I could remove the snake and keep people safe.
I've been on a visit to Trawoona in Tasmania. It's a wildlife park dedicated to native species. Earlier in the show, Andrew and I were about to inspect Susie the wombat's pouch. The trouble is, her fellow Wilbur wasn't too pleased about us catching his girl. So did Andrew make it, or not? Ha! Like a true thoroughbred in a steeplechase. Nice one, Andrew.
All right. Why that behaviour with Wilbur? Let's check her pouch, mate.
Okay, you got her? What Andrew's doing is checking Susie's pouch. Now, the easiest way to do that is for me to hold her and keep her settled. He holds the back legs gently and opens the pouch. Now, she's only a young female. How old's she?
Oh, she's breeding age, about just on the coming on to 2.
Oh, so that pouch is, well, it's developing. There's a definite pouch there. If she was younger, that pouch would just be a skin fold. But that looks good.
Looks great. And the fur's starting to come straight down. Good sign. Bit of oil and fluid starting to form.
And she has been mated?
She has, just in the last week or so. This will be her first breeding.
First breeding. That's why Wilbur's a bit worked up.
Yeah, that's why Wilbur's worked up.
He knows.
So we'll probably have to separate Wilbur out of there shortly too.
Yep.
Give her own
Space.
space.
Oh, she's a good girl. Oh, well, good on you. Now, wombats have a backward-facing pouch too, and that's because they burrow and dig so much dirt up. If the pouch faced forward, like a traditional pouch, like a kangaroo, dirt would go in there. So, pretty clever. We're going to put her back?
Yeah, let's put it back.
Okay.
And with that, it's back into her yard with Wilbur, who's soon on the case to check out all is well.
Righto, mate, what's next?
Quolls.
Okay, beauty. Yep.
Yeah, let's check the spotty tails out.
Yeah, that's a new complex.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Paul's over there.
What's he doing?
He's with a couple of spotted tail quolls. That one is hand reared.
Look at that. Hey, mate.
Good afternoon, Tim. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Andrew calls them spotted tail quolls, but I prefer their other name, the tiger quoll. And they can be found in pockets across Tasmania, where they compete directly with devils. But over on the mainland, they live up the east coast, and they're now extremely rare. Tigers are arboreal, but only to a degree. They venture high up into the trees to make nocturnal hunts for possums and birds. But down at ground level, they'll stalk prey like snakes, lizards, and small mammals. Australia has 4 species of quoll, but the one Andrew's about to show me has been wiped out on the mainland.
Unique little animal.
This is another quoll complex. We had a look at the spotted tail quolls, and these are the eastern quolls, a little bit smaller, and there's little family groups around here.
Andrew's breeding program is designed to harbour as much knowledge as possible about the quoll, so that if anything should happen, this organisation at least will have the knowledge to know how to best treat the situation.
Right, mate.
You go in the front.
Yep, under that tree.
Yep. And because I'm going to make the noise here once you're around there.
1 minute.
Yep, cool.
Yep, got one.
I got one.
Oh, look.
There you go, mate. Like that. Like that.
They come in 2 different colours. You've got a black one there, that's a bit rarer. And this fawn one, this is the normal colour.
These ones are young, just a few months old.
Is Mum in here too?
No, they've been separated, so we're just now working out the males and females.
Okay.
And we'll work out which ones go with the other groups for breeding. They'll breed next year.
Yeah, and so this is a good chance. Just have a look at the condition and... Okay, happy?
Yep.
All right, mate. There you go, mate.
It wouldn't be a true Australian wildlife park without a roo or two, of course. And Trawuna doesn't disappoint. Here's a perfect example of a joey at foot. He's too big for Mum's pouch now, but he's still dependent on Mum, so he'll still be suckling. But she'll have another joey, a lot younger, that's taken up this fella's place in the pouch.
Yeah, let's see the old fellas, eh? The old girls.
How many's in here?
I reckon about 6.
6.
Let's see if we'll go on that rock over there, Tim.
Yeah, good, mate.
They'll come up
Straight in?
Straight in, mate.
You grab that bucket. Cheers, mate. Just over the rock?
Yep.
What do we got today?
Bit of wallaby, I reckon.
Wallaby. Here they come.
Grab a seat, mate. I reckon grab that lid, they'll be too keen.
Devils only live for 5 to 7 years, and they don't breed after their 5th birthday. So when that point comes, they come down here to enjoy some R&R and get plenty of TLC.
Love the oldies, Tim.
Yeah, mate, love them.
They're so used to you by this stage of their life, and then
Just content, hey? Now, this is the boy. You can see that easy because of that big head, and he's scarred up around the back. And the girls are a bit smaller. And what they're doing here is exactly what devils do in the wild. They den by themselves normally, a safe burrow away from other devils, but each night they come out and communicate. They come together and feed. They help each other. They don't have a knife and fork. They need to grab onto a wallaby and break it apart. This environment is a great end of their life, and it's so natural to have them like this. The social environment means that they're always stimulated, active and happy. Now, this is the devil that we know and love. People think of devils sometimes as little terrors or little monsters, but they're lovable. And when you see them like this, each devil here knows the other. They're calm, content. This is the devil we like people to see. Now, as friendly as these devils are, this bit of food's getting pretty short. I don't want a finger to go in there by mistake. You got one of the strongest jaw pressures on Earth there in these devils. They can chew right through that bone, as you can hear. All right, you can have it. There you go.
That's my time done here at Truanna, for this visit at least. Andrew's been a mentor for me these past few years, but he'll be the first to testify. He's still learning about how to best keep these animals. And if he's still learning, well, then I am too.
I really love coming here when I'm in Tassie. It just feels like home to me. And as a conservation and education centre, it excels, and it really shows in the animals.